for around $20. Is this Eros Najim clone worth buying? Let's talk about it. Hello, my name is Drydown and you're watching Smelly Cat, the absolute best place on YouTube for fragrance reviews like this one. Today we talk about another new release from Lattafa. This one's called Qaed Al Fursan Untamed, and this is their take on Versace Eros Najim. Quickly, if you haven't done it yet, do consider subscribing or at least hitting that like button. It helps me so much more than you know. If you've already done it, you're a legend. Also, there are a couple of new Lattafa releases as well. Do let me know in the comments what I should review next. I've already picked one of them, which is Fakhr Platin, which is a YSL Elixir clone. If you want that video first, do let me know by commenting and saying do eat Fakhr, and remember to double check your spellings. Or if you have another release in mind, let me in the comments, and if I can buy it, I'll buy it and review it. If you're one of those people who don't want to watch long videos and skip straight to the end, there's a TLDW, which is a too long did not watch version for you at the end of the video. I would highly recommend you watch this, but if you want to just get a gist of what this thing is about, just my ratings, no foreplay, go ahead, scroll past all the hard work, and towards the end of the video, I promise I won't cry, at least not too much. For the rest of you legends who are still here, we all know that Versace's Eros Najim was a Middle Eastern exclusive, started like a Dubai exclusive, a Middle Eastern exclusive until very recently. I was actually this close to buying it from Dubai duty free, where the price was the best. It was around 425 dirhams, but I was going to pick it up only for a review. It didn't wow me too much, not enough to at least justify the price. It does smell good though, but it is a scent that is slightly hard to find, at least while I'm making this video, because while I say it, the other day I did see it in another duty free. So I thought it was a Middle Eastern exclusive. I knew that it was only available in Dubai duty free. I was at the London duty free and it was there last week, a couple of weeks back, for $25 to $30 more than Dubai duty free. So I think other markets, or at least the duty frees in the airports, are slowly starting to get it, so prices may slowly drop. For the time being, there's no strong alternative, at least Middle Eastern alternative for that DNA. I'm sure there's something from Dua or Alexandria, but I'm talking about something more accessible in terms of availability and price. Then this showed up, Qaed Al Fursan Untamed by Lattafa. I got this for $13 here in, it's got a magnetic cap as well. I got this for $13 here in Dubai. Yes, $13, not 30, $13. That's 50 dirhams here in Dubai. But in the US, I've seen this for around $20 to $22. And in India, I would say a good price to pay for this would be 1500 to 1700 rupees, not more than that. It is priced well, but how is it and how does it compare to Eros Najim? That's what we're here to talk about. For me, Eros Najim's opening isn't a showstopper. It's decent, just not wow. And you know, it is something you'd expect from a scent that's launched only at duty frees, because that's what we do, right? At duty frees, you don't really have the time to wait for a scent to develop and all. Most of the duty free purchases are scents that have great openings. So you spray it, smells good at the start, like it, pay more than grey market prices and pick it up. But this one does get better in the dry down. Now I've compared them side by side because I have a decant of Eros Najim. Qaed Al Fursan Untamed does have a similar opening, I won't lie. Obviously a bit of that pop missing, but to my nose this is a little sweeter, more Mandarin off the bat. Kind of feels like the opening of Versace Eros Fire. Also very weirdly, it feels a lot, just showing you the level on it, also very weirdly it feels a lot stronger in the opening than Eros Najim. Now the stronger Mandarin with a dialed up sweetness is what makes this one a little more attention grabbing in the opening compared to Eros Najim, which a lot of people will appreciate. And if you go into this hoping for like an Eros style opening, then actually you would like Qaed Al Fursan Untamed more than Eros Najim. Not necessarily because it's better quality or anything, but just the way it hits you harder up front. But with the Lattafa, the sweet, citrusy, sucker punch of an opening doesn't last too long on my skin. Unlike the original, this one quickly jumps into the mid. On Najim, the original, although the opening is a little more subtle, it does tend to play out a little longer than this one. In the mid, this one settles into like a molten caramel-like vibe pretty quickly. It's got a warm, ambery feel to it. The spices in Untamed are a little more tamed. On the other hand, Najim holds on to the spices and aromatic bit a little longer. There's also a much woodier character to it, which of course comes from the, which is of course provided by the oud in it, giving it a spicy, woody oud-like feel. This bit is completely missing in the Lattafa. By their Drydown, they are almost undistinguishable in the air. Of course, up close you can tell the difference, but who in their right mind is going to do that? Other than fragrance reviewers like me who are treating both wrists like they are in a custody battle. Now, both have a bit of incense, not full Sunday service, I would say. Just enough to keep it a little interesting. Nothing holy or heavy, just a stylish little smudge of smoke. Try saying that 10 times. So overall, Untamed's opening grabs your attention thanks to the louder, citrusy, sweet opening, while Najim is more mature and sophisticated. It smells classier, more gentleman-like, slightly more elegant, and yes, you do feel it. I won't say that, I don't know, some reviews will be like, oh, you won't tell the difference entirely. You will tell the difference. But again, that bit is overplayed. The spice, the woodiness, a tinge of that barbershop-like feel, give it a more put together feeling. I'm talking about Najim. It feels a little more grown up, a little more serious. Like it pays its taxes on time and it has its life in order. Untamed feels more like that friend who doesn't have a plan, you know? Like everyone has that one friend like that. And if you don't, you are the friend. You know the guy who shows up at a wedding with sneakers on but somehow pulls it off? Loud, playful, doesn't care what the rules are. He is winging it in life, but somehow it's working out for him. Yeah, that is what this one feels like compared to Eros Najim. So both good in their own way, one a little sophisticated, sorted out, one a little more fun. Projection wise, Najim, at least to me, has great longevity, but I don't know, it doesn't project too much on me. It does last well, but doesn't scream your presence. On the other hand, Untamed projects a little more upfront, great in the first 2 hours. But longevity is decent. At the moment, and I've only had it for like a month or so, it gives me around 6 hours and not more than that, which I would say is more than enough from a scent that cost me $13. Season wise, both are great for fall and winter, day or night, night mostly, but early spring works as well. Before I move on, just a reminder, let me know which Lattafa you want me to review next. If it is the YSL Y Elixir clone called Fakhr Platine, just say do it fucker in the comments. And like I said before, just make sure your spellings are right. And now on to my ratings for this fragrance. For value for money, I have given this an 11 out of 10. Yes, practically a steal for what it's offering. When it comes to scent quality, I have given it a 7.5 out of 10. Not niche level refined, but definitely enjoyable. For similarity to the original, I have given it an 8 out of 10. It gets the job done, especially in the air. For performance, I've given it a 7.5 out of 10. Strong enough to get noticed, especially in the first couple of hours. I just wish the longevity was better. For versatility, I've given it a 7.5 out of 10. Can be worn in more than one season and occasion, just not everywhere. That brings my overall rating for this scent to 8.5 out of 10, all things considered. Now, not flawless, but for the price of a dry sandwich at the airport, you get something more than decent and a clone of something not widely available, not yet at least. That's the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed, do consider liking, sharing, subscribing. You know the drill. And until next time, keep smelling amazing.